From TDO Studios in Portland, Oregon, welcome to The Dangerous Ones.
The shots been fired, but the war ain't won. These white boys with money better learn how to run. The wall hits your back, the blood's on your tongue. You and me, baby, with a dangerous one.
All right. Well, welcome to our new Sunday edition of The Dangerous Ones, where we're going to be dedicating the entire show to the People's Hotline, listening to your voicemails.
Your call.
Thank you.
And it's been overwhelming.
It's been amazing. We've had so many calls from everywhere, all around the world. It's been amazing. Thank you guys for calling in.
Absolutely. And it's time that we share more of those.
Yes.
And folks, if you would like to be part of the show, you can do so by calling 503-212-4600. Again, that's 503-212-4600. You can remain anonymous, and of course, it's free. If calling is not your thing, you can always email us at shout@thedangerousones.com. That is SHOUT @thedangerousones.com. And folks, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And when you do, please select all so you get notified every time we launch a new video. It's very important, and it sure means a lot to us. Also, check out our Substack. You can get there real easy by going to www.tealandorangereport.com. That's tealandorangereport.com. It's free, but if you become a paid subscriber, you'll get exclusive articles, videos, first looks, live streams, and a whole lot more. It's only $6 a month through February if you decide to become a paid subscriber, but that price is only good through February. In March, it goes up to normal price, so become a paid subscriber now.
Please.
And before we go any further, let me introduce my co-hosts. On my left, we've got the award-winning co-founder of 11 Films and my wonderful wife and best friend, Tiffany Jurasik, everybody. Tiffany Jurasik.
Thank you. Thanks, you guys.
And then on my right, he runs the largest digital field team in the world as the executive director of Demcast USA, and he's a dear friend, Nick Knutson, everybody. Woo!
Thank you.
And I am Jim Jurasik, also co-founder of 11 Films and closet tech geek. So just let you know, I am.
Not so closet, actually.
Well, that's true. That is true. So what a week. Welcome, everybody, to the show. What a week. We have had a crazy week already.
It has been. It has been. Do you guys want to cheers really quick?
Cheers. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
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 It's been a crazy week. We the other morning, Tiff and I were on the Jesse Dollimore show, and we just want to thank Jesse and his wife so much for being so generous to us.
Thank you.
And my goodness, Jesse Dollimore followers are no joke.
Oh, they're the best.
I love them.
I texted that to him. I'm like, your followers are no joke. I mean, like, they came over, they subscribed. We saw a bunch of them were watching the very first episode, getting caught up. I just couldn't be more grateful. Yeah. The team could not be more grateful. And I just want to say to all those people who came over from Jesse's show, welcome.
Yeah.
We're so happy to have you be part of the Dangerous Ones family. Welcome.
Yeah, and you made us feel so welcome and warm. It was just really, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Sorry I couldn't be there.
Yeah, now Nick, I was getting to that. Nick was supposed to be on the show with us literally 15, 20 minutes before the show started. Nick, what happened?
So I got a text from my daughter who is home at my place because there's a snow day here in Portland, Oregon, which happens like once or twice a year.
Yeah.
So they're home from school, and I had just gotten to the studio and get a text. There's water everywhere. And the neighbors downstairs reported it, and the landlord's knocking at the door. So we had a flood.
Yeah.
We had a flood. The dishwasher decided to explode.
Oh, no.
All over my place.
How generous.
And it's not your first time you've had an issue with this dishwasher.
It is not. I'm not going to call out my property management company because they have been very responsive, but they are going to get us a new dishwasher.
Oh, good.
So.
Good.
Yeah.
I knew there was trouble in paradise when over here our desks are lined up. So when I look over my monitor, I can see Nick's face, and he's like, Uh-oh.
The color is slowly changing.
Uh-oh. Shit.
Oh, shit. Not again.
And then when you said it was a flooding problem, I mean, instantaneously, I mean, Tiff and I,
I'm
mean,
doing an entire inventory of my own kitchen,
Yeah.
losing my mind. Like, there's not enough towels right now in the
Right.
closet to
Right.
wipe all this up before. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's good. And then the day got even better because I was drying the floorboards, wiping down the floorboards with all of my towels.
Right.
And been crouching down in a very awkward position, and I had like a massive sciatica flare.
oh my God.
and totally immobilized for all of that day. It was just terrible. Managed to get a prescription for
Yeah.
some muscle relaxers.
Yeah.
so-
You had to go to the hospital. Did you go to the ER?
I didn't go to the ER.
Oh,
No.
yeah, okay.
No,
Oh, yeah.
I actually was, because it was a snow situation here in Portland, I was able to get in touch with a doctor and
oh, thank God.
and get a prescription. Thank you very much.
I know. I knew you got something because
Right.
I texted Nick a little later in the night, and Nick and Tiff and I are all in a million different group texts and
Yeah.
signal rooms and
Right.
things like that, and we're all pretty responsive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we didn't hear from Nick
Radio silence.
Yeah. I was
all
like-
night
Yeah.
long,
Yeah.
and I went, he's on something. you
Yeah.
know?
He's knocked out.
And-
Yeah.
It went bye-bye.
Nick has gone bye-bye.
Yeah.
And I was actually quite happy for you,
Yeah. Yeah.
because I was like, dude,
No, and I'm happy to report it's much
oh,
better.
good.
Yeah, it definitely worked. So
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Because
God.
I don't know if you know what sciatica is, but when that shit happens, good night. Like,
Yeah.
there's no. How
Yeah.
did you even get off the floor?
Oh, it's just awful.
Oh my God.
It's just so awful.
You said you were kind of like almost like crying from the pain.
Yeah, no, I cried. Like, my kids are looking at. I mean, it takes a lot for me to cry from pain. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, it got me.
Oh,
so yeah,
my
and I was
goodness.
just writhing on the floor.
Oh
It
my
was just,
Oh my
it was
God.
really,
Oh my
really
God.
bad.
Oh my
Anyway,
God. And you're just like, of course it's not like a fucking
right.
football injury or a
Right,
fucking hockey.
right,
Your doctor's
right.
like, what'd you do? You're like,
I'm wiping down the floorboard.
Yeah. so.
That's age creeping in.
Right, I know.
Damn it.
Oh. Well, we're
Don't
glad,
get old, kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
We're glad you're better, man.
Thank you, thank you.
And then also this week we had a new addition to the Dangerous Ones team.
We did.
We did.
Lee Hellberg
Yep.
has joined the team to help us with.
Thank you.
Welcome, Lee.
Welcome, Lee.
Thank you.
Cheers to you, Lee.
Oh
out
my
there.
God. Thank you.
Thank you, Lee. Because believe it or not, folks, this podcast is I since we have started this podcast, I don't think we have stopped since the day we started moving into this studio because it is a full-blown
Yep.
gig.
I
man.
turned the TV on like it was last Sunday because we just happened to be there for a little bit longer. And I was like at home and I was like, it feels weird to watch television during the day at home because
yeah.
we get home so
Right.
late.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
You know?
We're here so late and so many hours. I got to tell you, aside from all the hours that we're here, it's been the most creatively rewarding hours
Yeah.
I've ever maybe spent in my entire life.
too.
It's
Yeah.
been just amazing. Doing this podcast, especially with you guys, has just been the greatest creative time in my life. But it's no joke. It is a lot of hours, and we now with Lee's help, she's going to do some publicity and some other things for us.
Yep.
And boy, we could use it. And
Yeah.
and we're,
'Cause, yeah, I'm my own intern.
Yeah.
He's his own intern and he's his own
Yeah,
intern. So-
it's all just us. And so, I'm sure we'll be looking for some additional help as we move forward.
yeah.
Also, folks, I wanted to make sure that everybody knows that we just launched on Thursday our third full episode, and that was with Rep. Wiley Nickel.
Ooh, that was a good interview.
That was amazing.
That was so much
was really
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
And during that episode, Wiley talks about the need for a shadow cabinet, find out what that's about, gerrymandering, and we also, and Tip and Tip.
Tip.
You're Rick and you're Tip.
Rick
Rick
and
and
Tip.
Tip. All
Yeah.
right.
Tiffany and
I'm gonna get little
Wiley.
coveralls, mechanic coveralls, with just like the tip.
Get you a nice big chew dip.
Yeah.
You know? My name's Tip. Anyways, Tiffany and Wiley swap skydiving stories.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was cool.
fun.
And then, so it's been a crazy week. Just before we get to the calls, we want to say one quick important thing. normally when people call the People's Hotline, we don't really have any direction for them because we want people to kind of unload on whatever is on their mind. We want to hear what's on their mind.
Yep.
But we do want to make a special call out this week for anybody who's been affected by all the crap that's going on with USAID, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Health and Human Services. If you or someone you know has been affected by that, please call the hotline or email us at shout@thedangerousones.com. And when you do that, please send us videos too. Send us links to Dropbox links of videos that you've taken. If you'd like to, we're going to help promote this stuff. We need people to know what's going on.
Speak
out there.
out.
Yeah, we really need to know what's happening on the front lines there. And you guys are like the very first ones that are getting hit with these things that are happening. So
Fucking horseshit. Yeah.
So send us even just a little, you're talking to yourself about, like you would leave on the voicemail. Just send a video of you or what you've seen or how you feel or how it's affecting your families. Because we need to hear from you. The people need to hear from you.
And we want to help amplify that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And there are hundreds of thousands of people who are being affected who are these probationary workers.
Right.
In the federal government who the Trump administration just summarily fired this past week. So if you are one of those people or are a family member of one of those people, that would be great.
Absolutely.
For you to call in and let us know what's happening, how you're feeling about it, how your coworkers are feeling about it, how you feel like it's going to impact the functionality of the administration or the department that you were working for. So reach out.
We can do it three ways. Call 503-212-4600. Leave us a voicemail. You can email us at shout@thedangerousones.com. And when you do that, you can also, if you can send us a video, that would be best, through a Dropbox link or a Google Drive link, because sometimes videos are pretty big and you can't attach them to an email. But if you can't do that, go ahead and if you've already uploaded the video to Instagram or TikTok or somewhere on social media, just send us a link to that video and we can download it and help share that as well.
Absolutely.
So we're putting out a call to everybody to tell us your story on that one.
And thank you for your service to the country as a civil servant. We are sorry that this is happening to you or happening to your family member. And, we just want to amplify those stories.
Absolutely. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And it's only going to get worse.
I just never thought we'd be here like this.
The federal government is being dismantled right before our fucking eyes,
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, let's go ahead and start listening to what the folks are saying out there.
Yeah.
And
On that note,
let's do a little intro, shall we?
Yeah.
503-212-4600.
I went jazzy this time.
I like it.
503-212-4600. The Dangerous Ones hotline gets you hot every time.
Wait. Oh, there we go.
Oh, God.
The Dangerous Ones hotline gets you hot every fucking time.
Gets you hot every fucking time.
Every fucking time.
All right.
Yeah.
That was fun. Tip, who is first on the People's Hotline?
Okay, so first we have Bailey. He called in last time. Bailey from Michigan. We have a follow-up from him. When he called in last week, he was saying how he couldn't leave a voicemail on the senator's hotlines or the representatives because the boxes were full. So he called to tell us what's going on, and now he has an update.
Excellent.
Hi, this is Bailey from Michigan. The fuck all guy. Listen, I'm going to say fuck a lot less only because I'm a little less angry because people are doing some good shit. And I think it's important that we recognize, like the AOCs of the world. And I even saw Alyssa Slotkin did a little... you know what? I'm not going to give her a lot of praise because it was a 17-minute speech that wasn't that great. Anyway, she's trying. Not hard enough. But, hey, I've got this on a productive note. I actually found a phone number. I'm going to have to go on my Blue Sky to look at it. And, I should have fucking been prepared. Of course I'm not. Hold on.
Come on, Bailey.
It's all good, Bailey.
The phone number is 202-224-3121. That is for the Capitol switchboard. From there, you can easily say the name of any congressperson, any senator, and leave them a message. Well, you can get their office and, supposedly get a real human. But you can leave a message so you can break the phones, friends. Break the fucking phones. So that number, 202, and this is public. I'm not doxing anything or what the fuck ever. It's the fucking Capitol switchboard. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to say fuck so much. 202-224-3121. 202-224-3121. Come on, man. We can do this all together. Get on Blue Sky. Get on the apps. Get in the real world. Go make your voice heard. Go look up newspapers online. There's a site, Historic Newspapers or something. I don't know. You got to look it up. Do your thing. But you can literally just watch the rise of Germany from 1935 on, and it's really kind of scary because you can also see the headlines in the U.S. at the time. And, folks, there's a lot we don't, talk about, know about, hear about, like how we did this to immigrants before, how we sent them away in the 1930s, and, we did mass deportations. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. So, you can call me ignorant. That's totally fine, but, I was never taught that. Anyhow, this is now rambling. Please cut it off. But that number, again, is 202-224-3121. Thanks, peeps. And keep it up. Resist. Resist. Fuck all.
That is
Bailey.
such a good sign off.
Bailey.
Fuck off.
Bailey. Fuck all. Fuck all.
This is what we're talking about is that's what we need is people out there going, what else you can do is you can call this fucking number and you should call. And then, giving each other information and reaching out. And I think it's great.
Did we ever find Bailey on Blue Sky? Have we found him yet?
I think so. I'd have to go back and check.
Yeah. Well,
we will.
Yeah, Bailey, fantastic call. My God, I couldn't agree more. Yep. And isn't that really one of the number one things people should be doing? Calling the switchboard.
Just call them.
Yeah.
They have all levers of government right now. The Republicans do, and they mean business. We are their constituents, and they should hear from us. That is one thing that we can do daily.
Yes.
It's called that switchboard number that Bailey was talking about.
And I've also heard that calling that number is actually more effective than you may think. Mm-hmm. I've heard that numerous times from multiple different sources that calling your congressman or your state rep or your senator, whatever, state rep would be a different number, but calling your elected leaders is more effective than you think.
Yes, and just a note on that. The switchboard can connect you to any senator or representative. It is much, 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 much more effective if you are talking to the person who is your representative. So it's not super useful, conversely, to I don't like Mitch McConnell. I want to call Mitch McConnell. It's if you are not a Kentucky resident, that's not going to have nearly the impact that it's going to have.
So when you
call your representatives.
When you call, ask for your representative.
Yeah.
That's a great piece of advice.
Yeah.
So if you're going to call the switchboard number, make sure you're calling to get a hold of your rep.
Yeah.
Because that'll be more effective that way.
Yeah. And I love that to get that number from himself, he had to go to Blue Sky to get it. That's where everybody is.
I love he came up with his own jingle too.
Oh, yeah. He was rocking
it. I love his energy. I just love him.
I might have to make a little tune out of that.
Okay.
The Capitol switchboard number.
Yeah, we'll talk to the Danger Jam band.
The Danger Jam band.
And see if they can make something with that number.
Guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you, Bailey, for that little piece of intel and stirring up some shit over here. That's good.
Tiffany, who is next?
Next is David from Kansas, and he has some words about not giving up.
Hi, this is David. I am from Kansas, and my message is that I am just as upset and pissed off at what's going on in our country as probably all the people who listen to this podcast. And I think we're all angry, and I think everyone's like, what do you do? And so never been a leading organizer or anything like that. I'm just a regular guy, but I think there's things that we can all do to make this time better. And I want to, I guess, clarify, a lot of people are going to hurt, unfortunately, during the next 2 years, during the next 4 years, and it's going to be a really sucky time for a lot of people. Probably the majority of people are going to hurt in one way or another. But that doesn't mean you give up. I think contacting your elected officials, you might think, oh, they won't listen to me. Put the pressure on them. Contact them. Make your voice heard. Get involved in local stuff. A lot of times we focus so much on the big national stuff, and that's really important, but a lot of positive change starts at the local level. So get involved in the local level, in your individual life. Be an ally to people of color, to indigenous peoples, to people with disabilities, people with health conditions, to people in the LGBTQ plus communities. Everyone needs an ally right now, and we're all really angry right now, but we need to be able to sustain this for the long term. And so take care of yourself, find community, join Demcast, great community there, and also gives you something tangible and easy that you could do if you spend any time online. But just find little things you can do. Don't give up. That's what I want people to know. Just don't give up.
What a great call.
Wow. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic
Yeah.
call. Fantastic, David.
Yeah.
I love that he reiterated the phone number or calling
calling reps.
calling your rep,
Uh-huh.
and then also get involved at the local level.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that with I believe Wiley Nickel about getting involved at the local level.
Yep.
And how important that is.
Run for office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is it me, or did it sound like David was trying to take a left turn the entire time?
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
out there working his ass off.
Hope you're safe in your car, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
What a fantastic call, and I hope Kansas is treating you well right
Yeah.
now.
I really loved what he said about allyship and
Yeah.
really building a community out here. Like if you see something, say something.
Yeah.
We're really on our own out here, and we got to represent each other and connect, just like this.
Yeah.
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 And thanks, David, for the call out on Demcast.
Yeah.
Demcast.com/team if you want to join. We are a community of people who are online, who are spreading pro-democracy messaging and fighting against MAGA disinformation 24/7, 365. And we need everybody. So
Yeah.
please join us.
Is Demcast a PAC?
No, we're not a PAC. We are a 501c4
Fuck no.
social purpose nonprofit organization. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Good question.
The other thing he said about self-care is
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah.
Like if, it's hard being a digital activist. It's hard caring about what the fuck is going on right now. And, it pays as much as about being a parent, it doesn't. And you have to care that much, and it's hard. And so if you can't, if you need a break from social media or you need to go outside, do those things.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself.
And just one more point, right at the beginning, David said, I'm not an organizer or anything, right? But, David really, you kind of are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you're using your voice, if you're talking to your community, if you're calling in to this show, if you're involved in Demcast, then you are, in effect trying to organize your world, your digital world, your personal world. And, I in 2016, when Trump got elected, I was a workforce development professional working at nonprofits here in Portland, Oregon. And I never thought that I would be a political organizer or a podcaster or a executive director of a propaganda fighting nonprofit organization. We all just have to do what we can. And you don't have to do all those things that I did to be an organizer. You can, even just by reaching out to the people in your lives and sharing truth and trying to move the country in the right direction. That's organizing.
Absolutely. Fantastic advice. And I think people, real quick, and I'll just finish this up, but I think people forget that you don't have to have a lot of followers to make a difference. And like you said, just doing what David is doing right now, just by calling the show, you're being active. You're being active.
That's what I was going to say, is just calling in and reporting about what's going on with you and your community. You're now like a sergeant in the army.
It takes all of us now, and all of us stepping up and being more vocal. So thank you, David.
Fantastic.
Thank you for
absolutely
calling.
Great call.
Who's next?
The next one is an anonymous caller from California, and he just, after Trump 1.0, he cannot believe that this is his young life. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I won't give my name, but I'm a trans guy in the middle of California, and I'm 23, and I don't understand how the majority of my life has been watching the U.S. struggle to function as a nation and having to be an activist during it. Like, how is that possible? How am I here? I'm just so pissed, especially knowing that we're slowly falling into techno-feudalism. Like, this is my 20s. In the earlier years of Trump were my teen years. I just want a goddamn break.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even know where to start with that. I mean, first of all, let me just say, on behalf of Gen X, I'm so sorry. You Gen Zs and millennials got to go through this, because he's right.
Yeah.
He shouldn't have to worry about this shit.
Yeah.
He should be worrying about where he's going to go to school, what kind of career he wants to have. Instead, he's got to worry about, fucking people being violent to him as he walks down the street and all this. I mean, this should have been put to bed a long, long time ago, and it wasn't because of people like Trump.
Yeah.
And it's just getting more volatile out there for marginalized communities, and it's just, they don't even hide it anymore. It's appalling. It's appalling.
Well, we want you to know, Anonymous from California, and everybody else from the LGBTQ community and all other communities, that this is a place where you can call in and speak your truth, and this is a safe place for you. We are sorry on behalf. I'm kind of right on the edge of millennial Gen X, but on behalf of our generations, sorry, we did not make this easy for you.
I tried.
I didn't know how fucking deep it was.
Yeah.
I thought I knew, but I didn't.
Yeah. And and as we move forward, I mean, here's the thing. They want us to quit.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we can't quit. We got to keep fighting. And Anonymous from California, you got to keep fighting, man. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. And I'm sure people from the 1940s thought the same thing when they had to go fucking fight their Hitler.
Right.
Yeah.
But we got to fight ours now, and we're going to do it together. So, Anonymous from California, thank you for your important call.
Thank you for calling. And it's,
Tiffany, who is next?
Next is Bon from Canada, and she is our Blue Sky friend.
Oh, Bon. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Hey,
Okay. Awesome.
Hold on, Bon. Woo. Yeah.
It's Bon calling from Canada. I just wanted to let you guys know your Canadian friends are standing at your side. And as far as that disgusting orange cock wobble is concerned, fuck you. Bye, guys.
Cheers to Bon, everybody.
Well said, Bon.
Well said, Bon. Fuck that cock wobble. God, I feel for all these people up in Canada who are looking down at us going like,
Please don't fuck this up.
what are you, what are you doing? What are you
is happening
doing?
down there? Come on, pull
Dude,
your shit together.
I saw some people after he was reelected. I saw some people in the UK posting some videos, and they were pissed at Americans.
Yeah.
They're like, "Listen, motherfuckers,
Yeah.
Yeah.
knock it off."
Yeah.
You know what I
This
mean?
isn't funny anymore. It's
'Cause-
not a fucking meme, you know?
Yeah.
And because that's the other thing. It doesn't just what we do here in America. Say what you will, affects the entire
course.
world.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, these other countries who have been our staunch allies are going, what are you doing? What happened to our good friend America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Bon, I completely appreciate your support. Thank you, Canada, for all of your support. We need it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing about fascism is you have to rip it out by the root. You can't even let it germinate. You can't even let it get any sort of ground at all. You have to get in there and get it the fuck out. And the fact that we haven't been doing that because it's been all under the guise of like, oh, he's kind of batshit crazy, or oh, he doesn't know what he's saying. Yes, he does. Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Yep.
Yeah.
Look around.
Yep.
This has happened before.
Yeah. So great call, Bon. Thank
and
you
thank
so
you
much.
for the support from the North.
We
Because
love you, Canada.
Who's next?
The next one is Debbie from Colorado.
Debbie.
And this is Debbie on Inauguration Day
Oh.
and just kind of summing up how we all felt
Okay.
Fantastic.
Out of the vault.
out of the vault.
Hey, my name is Debbie. I'm from Western Colorado, and I don't really have any words of wisdom or help or advice or anything except just like, what the fuck? And I can't believe this is where we're at. And I thought that I had prepared myself, and I was so ready to be tough and positive and hopeful and play my jazz CDs and hang out with like-minded people. And I just called my mom and started crying because I don't have anything else. And then I saw your post, and I just want to tell you thank you so much, because you do give me some hope, and I love you guys, and thank you. Bye.
Thank you so much, Debbie. I think Debbie's a huge supporter of ours.
Huge supporter.
Huge.
On
On Blue Sky.
On Blue Sky. And thank you so much, Debbie. We love you so much, and we certainly appreciate that. And boy, you can hear it in her voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
my-
I mean, isn't that how we all felt
Yeah.
right
Oh,
after the
yeah.
election? My God.
Yeah.
You know.
For the longest time, I wasn't even ready to talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
I could not
Oh, my God,
even talk
yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
yeah. That takes me back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's only been,
I'm barely in the acceptance phase
Yeah.
of this trauma.
Totally.
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Who else do we
Yeah.
got?
So Debbie has a daughter named Graceland, and she also called in.
Oh, here we go.
So
Oh,
this is
all right.
the perspective of the new generation of girls coming up.
Fantastic.
Graceland Roberts, Western Colorado.
Well said. Perfect. You don't
Word.
even need to say anymore. That's all you had to
Yeah.
say.
Nice job, Grace.
Yeah.
Graceland, great
Yeah.
job.
Sort of
Fantastic.
Sort of like our anonymous caller from California in his 20s now. He's like,
Right.
what the fuck?
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if everybody just calls the hotline and screams.
That
you know?
we've had a lot of those.
I
yeah.
bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
That could be a whole show in itself.
Oh, how funny. Who
Yeah.
else do we got?
So I'm just going to give another call from Debbie. She called with a follow-up about...
Love it.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
about- she's had some time to process what has happened.
A
Okay.
repeat
So-
offender.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey guys, this is Debbie Burnett from Gunnison. I just wanted to follow up from my very sad puppy message last night and fangirling over you guys, because I'm so grateful that you're here and I can't wait for this new podcast. But I just wanted to let you know that my daughter and I are better this morning, knowing that we are not alone, that there are several like-minded people all across this country, probably the whole world, watching in horror, but knowing that together we are stronger and we can make a difference. So looking forward to your podcast, and I just thank you from the bottom of my heart, and Graceland's too, for everything that you guys are doing. So I appreciate the hope and light and love. Bye.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much,
Debbie. What a trifecta call there.
I
Yeah.
know.
Debbie, Graceland, Debbie.
I know. And just
Yeah.
thanks for calling back and letting us know that you guys are doing okay.
Yeah.
We're all working through it at our own pace.
And
you know?
isn't that how it is? Like you wake up the next morning, you're like,
Okay.
Damn
all
it.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah.
I guess we're doing this. Yeah, that's exactly
Oh,
what
again?
it is.
Good. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
But it takes a while to, because like you said, you just reached the acceptance phase.
Yeah.
I'm there too.
Yeah.
Where I'm just now starting to allow that. Where are you at, Nick?
Yeah, I'd say that's about where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like just.
Yeah. The anger phase, I went through it, although I don't think that's ever going to go away.
No,
you
and
know.
it shouldn't.
Yeah. Let that build
honestly.
in there.
Yeah.
Let it smolder.
That's the fire.
Yeah.
And also what she said about the fact that she goes, I realize, there's a lot of good people out there and stuff like that. And that's the truth. There's more people on our side than there is that side. That is true.
Yeah.
For sure.
It just, unfortunately, not everybody turned out to vote, and that's on us. And we gotta fix that problem.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But thank you for those calls, Debbie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And thanks for your continued support because it means a lot.
Follow Debbie on Blue Sky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next is an anonymous federal worker who called in and quite pissed about what's happening with DOGE.
I want to submit this anonymously as a federal worker. It's really unfortunate that every goddamn day we have a different email telling us something is changing, executive order. It's just really all just frustrating because most of our jobs have nothing to do with politics, especially being with the government over 10, 15, 20 years. Some of our jobs already take a long process to do because of the system, and now you want to reduce us. It's like so fucking frustrating. Every day, a different email. And then to find out that the fork in the road email was the same bullshit that Musk used when he got rid of everybody in his company. It is really giving everybody anxiety. The emails are tricky. You have to really pay attention to the language that is being used. It sounds like a crock of shit, and it's just playing mind games with everyone that were initially happy to become a civil worker. Like, it's so fucking frustrating. We already are trying to deal with high food costs, high rent prices. Everything is just costing an arm and a leg. And then now, after some of us have built a life around working from home because it's cheaper to work from home, we have to be told that because clinically, the clinicians cannot work from home, that the admin staff can't work from home either. Like, it's just so fucking frustrating. Just every day, it's something new. It's almost like you have no peace at home or work because you're inundated with the media when you're off work, and then you're getting hit with the emails every day. Every day is something different. Each federal service. And all people are really trying to do is come and go to work and do the job that they apply for. This is sick. It is sickening that we have to go through this. All about power. All about power. From a man who has not been successful himself, but besides telling fucking lies. All this man's done is tell lies and put on horrible fucking makeup.
Jeez, what a whack-a-mole it sounds like they're dealing with over there.
Yeah.
My God, can you imagine? You've been like Anonymous said, it takes a long time to get to these positions because of the system and how the system works.
Yeah.
You get all the way there, and then now you're dicking with this horse shit.
Like, you're just fucking with people?
You're just fucking with people?
I mean, these are people who have put years and years and years into these jobs. They could go work for corporate America somewhere. and make more money.
Yeah.
These are civil servants. They have chosen to work for the government because they have some level of desire to be a part of the solution for regular people. And it's just abhorrent.
It's just, do you know how many fucking hoops you have to jump through, first of all, to even get those jobs?
Yeah.
And then you get them and you cling to them for 20 years because you think that when you're done, you're going to get your gold watch and your, payment for working there for 40 years.
Yeah.
And then you get there and now it's like an email every fucking day about you're going to close this, you're going to lay off these people. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I just want to fucking go to work and I want to pay my bills and I want to raise my kids and I don't want to be fucked with.
Right.
And what Anonymous said is, boy, that was kind of a little moment when Anonymous said, I get home and then I got to watch the news to see what the fuck else is going on with my job.
There's no fucking break from this fucking
There's
guy.
no fucking break.
Yeah.
And I'll just say really quick, when I was a Teamster for a little over a decade, I had left that job for a short while, like a year or two or something like that. And then I came back. And when I came back, which by the way was a fantastic job, I shouldn't have never left, but it was a long story. But I came back and the group of people I worked with, our little sector, there was a bunch of new people there, and they had decided in their wisdom to vote out the union for their little sector of people that I was a part of. And immediately the company started firing people, changing their wage and compensation bonuses and all that stuff. And everybody was like, what is this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what did you think? I told you what they were going to do. But you think they're doing it to give you more money?
You think
give you more? They're not going to give you more.
You think I need your $25 fucking dollars in union dues? You think I'm out fucking around in Atlantic City with that shit? I'm trying to protect us.
Trying to fucking help, man.
God.
And
these people are not here to help.
No.
They're here to kick. Yeah. So I just saw a video yesterday, and it was like a compilation of people, like I think it was like TikTok or Instagram or something, and it was a compilation of people who were sorry they voted for Trump. And it was interesting watching that. I'm like,
yeah, no shit.
Yeah, I have no sympathy. I'm like, what did you fucking think was going to happen, man? I mean, I have sympathy, but it's just
I totally agree. And still, like, it is important that people come to that realization.
Yes.
And we have to welcome all of you back.
Yeah.
Yes.
I implore folks online and in our personal relationships to not shame Trump voters who turn back, but just welcome them back, because shame is not, like, shaming people is a deterrent. It's gonna put them back in their camp, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people voted against their economic best interests in this election. And
Stupid hurts. It hurts everybody. It fucking does.
Speaking of not shaming people.
And now here we are. Oh, you're awake
Let's
now.
just keep that between us.
Okay.
But either way, I hope more people like Anonymous call in.
Please do.
Those are the exact kinds of calls I'm hoping that we get more of, because they're the frontline people who are seeing it firsthand every day they go to work and every day they come home. So
yeah. Okay, look, I get the whole forgive them, they know not what they do. I get it. When you know what I mean?
I've made mistakes too, man. I get it.
But I told you that if you went down this road, you're going to come back with the bare minimum of a skinned knee.
Right.
Now, I will take care of your skinned knee. I will. And I will, educate you to please don't do that again. But, like, we're not kidding.
Yeah.
We're not kidding.
It's the found out portion.
Yes.
I mean, find out portion.
Good. Get over here. And yes, great.
I think, and I'll just say this, and then we can wrap it up. Is I think that what makes it hard for people like Tiff and I to have that, although you're exactly right, we need to welcome these people back.
I'm just saying from a messaging standpoint.
No, completely.
Yeah.
Also, from a regiment standpoint, that is true.
I mean, first of all, we want them back. First of all, we want them back on our side. We want to welcome them back, and of course, what makes it hard for people like Tiffany and I to accept is Listen, man, you saw him say the racist things. You saw him say the anti-trans, the anti-gay, the anti-immigrant, the dog whistles and stuff. They're not fucking dog whistles. You saw it with your own eyes, and you still voted for that. Because why? Because why? You didn't want a woman, or I don't know why, but you didn't. You saw those
Egg
things,
prices.
so it makes me angry that now we're living through that. And I think I share that. I know Tiff and I know you do too, Nick. We all share that anger a little bit, and it's just like
totally.
It's like, what's the password?
Yeah.
You know,
I got nothing for you.
How could you not know at this point?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, what a fantastic group of calls,
Really
huh?
great.
Fantastic.
And we plan on getting a lot more of these out there. We're just kind of getting started. So if you have called, trust us, we're working on it.
We're listening.
We listen to every single one.
Every single one. Yep.
Yeah.
And we read every single email.
Absolutely. And we can't thank you enough. And again, we're making a plea for everybody who is a federal worker, who's associated, also with USAID, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Health and Human Services. If you're a probationary worker, any of those things, call and tell us what's going on. You're on the front lines. It means so much to us, and we will try to get those calls out and amplify your message.
Your experiences and your messages are so important. We need to get those out.
Absolutely. Well, folks, thank you so much for tuning in once again to the Dangerous Ones podcast, to this new edition, Sunday edition. This is going to be fun.
Hey.
Yeah, it's great.
And then again, we'll have another new episode come out on Thursday. So currently Thursdays and Sundays, tune in, the Dangerous Ones, but check in with us throughout the week because we're always releasing content.
Yep.
Thank you again for all of your support, and we'll see you next time.
Keep calling.
Bye.
Bye.
The shot's been